Most guys disappear the wrong way, and that's why it backfires. But if you disappear the right way, the silence hits differently. She starts to feel it. Not on day one, not even on day two, but once it settles in, it gets under her skin. And the shift in her energy? You'll feel it without her saying a single word. So if you want her to chase you, to regret, to spiral, you have to understand exactly what's going on in her mind, day by day. The reason most men fail with no contact is simple. They think silence is enough. They assume disappearing is the move. But it's not the silence alone. It's the energy behind it. If your silence is filled with anxiety, hesitation, or bitterness, she can feel that, and women don't miss what feels weak. They miss what feels certain, masculine, grounded. So if she's not thinking about you by day 3, chances are you disappeared the wrong way. You left crumbs, you peeked at her story, you posted to get her attention, and that kills the whole effect. Here's what actually happens when you disappear correctly. At first, she doesn't care. She barely notices. She assumes you're playing some low-effort version of hard to get. She figures you'll be back, maybe in a day or two. So she goes about her life like nothing happened, and the worst thing you can do here is expect a reaction. She's not ready to feel anything yet, because in her head, she still has you. You might be silent, but you're still hers. That's how her mind works. She still believes she could text you right now and you'd respond in minutes. She thinks she's in control, so there's no fear, no urgency, just space she believes she allowed. By day 3, she notices you haven't reached out. That's when the thoughts start creeping in. Small, subtle questions. Did I miss a message? Did he get upset? Did I push too far? She tells herself not to overthink it. But the human brain hates missing patterns, and when you remove your presence, she feels the gap. Even if she doesn't admit it, she feels it. Her energy starts checking for you before her mind realizes it. She'll scroll through your profile. She won't like anything, but she'll look. She'll check if you viewed her story. She might post something she knows would usually get a response from you, a selfie, a lyric, a memory, just to test the waters. But here's the key. You can't respond, not even subtly. The moment you flinch, she wins, because now you're confirming what she hoped. That you still care, that you're still watching, that she still has a grip on you. But if you don't respond, if you stay still, she doesn't get the relief she's used to. That's when discomfort sets in. That's when her confidence starts to shake. She thought she had you, now she's not so sure. By day 5, she goes deeper. She replays old conversations. She scrolls through messages. She starts looking for signs she missed. Clues that you were pulling away. Clues that maybe you were never really as into her as she thought. And this part is crucial because now she's rewriting the story. You're no longer the guy who chased. You're becoming the guy who chose to walk away. And that makes her question everything. Her ego starts to wobble. She compares herself to other women. She checks who you're following, who's liking your photos, who you're around. She's looking for a threat, because now it feels like she lost something. And that loss creates obsession. She won't admit this to anyone. She might act like she doesn't care. She might post like she's living her best life. But the truth is, the silence is doing its work. It's forcing her to confront her feelings. And if there was ever attraction, even a small seed of it, not because she misses you, but because she misses how she felt when she knew she had your attention. And now that it's gone, she wants it back. Around day 7, she starts getting triggered. Your silence becomes rejection. She wonders if you found someone else. She assumes maybe you never cared. That messes with her more than anything. Because women can accept breakups. What they struggle with is the idea that they were never truly wanted, that they were never in control, that they misread everything. And that's the pain that lingers. Now her behavior shifts. She might start reacting to your old posts. She might view your stories and exit immediately. She's hoping you'll see her name and remember. She might even message something casual, something meaningless, like a meme or a question she already knows the answer to. That's her way of testing the waters. seeing if the door is still open. But if you respond too quickly, you reset everything. She gets her answer. You still care. And just like that, the mystery dies. The power flips back to her. The urgency disappears, and she knows she never really lost you. But if you hold the silence, something else happens. She begins to regret. Regret not texting you first. Regret pulling away. Regret assuming you'd always be there. This regret grows slowly, but it's powerful. It keeps her up at night. It makes her question her worth. Because now, you're not just gone. You're silent, improving, evolving without her. She starts thinking about the version of you that no longer needs her validation. The version that isn't chasing, that isn't reacting. And that scares her. Because deep down, she's used to being wanted. And the second that stops, her identity shakes. By day 10 or 11, she can't take it. She reaches a point where pride starts losing the battle to curiosity. She needs to know, are you still thinking about her? Have you moved on? Have you replaced her? She might send a real message now. Something vulnerable, disguised as casual. Hey stranger, or I was thinking about you, or some inside joke from a memory you shared. And this is the real test. Because this is when most men fold. They're so excited she reached out that they jump in, full energy. They reply instantly. Long paragraphs, over-explaining, trying to continue where things left off. But that ruins everything. Because now she gets the confirmation she wanted without having to earn it. And the chase ends. The smart man doesn't ignore her forever, but he doesn't react instantly either. He makes her sit in that discomfort. Just a little longer. Enough for her to question herself. Enough to make sure the message wasn't impulsive. Enough to see if she'll double text. Because that second message, that's the real one. Eventually, she might stop pretending. Maybe around day 15, she might show up where you are. She might start liking things publicly. She might ask mutual friends about you. These are signs she's no longer in control. And if she's willing to risk her ego, to reach out without certainty, that's when the power dynamic has fully shifted. This is where she either tries to win you back or walks away and pretends she never cared. But even in that, you've already won. Because you forced her to feel, to question, to look inward. You broke the pattern. And that's what creates obsession. Not chasing, not explaining, not begging, but walking away with silence and certainty. So if you're disappearing, do it the right way. With purpose, with strength, without needing her to notice. Because eventually, if the connection was ever real, she will. And when she does, she'll never forget the way your absence made her feel.